What it is, what it was, what it could be, y'all. Welcome back to Disc Golf Justice. If you're like me and you struggle with the nose up issue in your throwing, he's been there, she's been there, we've all been there. I think I might have slick caught on to something that's gonna help you out. Now, first and foremost, I wanna point out that I am in no shape or form a coach or a disc golf instructor by any means, and I'm not claiming to have invented this knowledge or anything like that. But I've just been so overly frustrated with how I've been throwing nose up lately. In a lot of my videos, you've probably seen it, even in the ones that haven't came out yet. Nose up has been a major issue for me, and I've just been sick and tired of it. So after looking at my form in slow motion and really trying to figure out what exactly am I doing that is causing me to throw nose up every time. I did notice I do have a pretty bad swooping issue, which is probably part of the problem, but that's not the issue that I'm gonna fix today. What I'm gonna talk about today is just wrist position. In a lot of videos, people talk about pouring the cup of coffee or whatever, tilting your wrist down like this. So I keep trying to give that a go, and then I get up to the tee box, yep, pouring the cup of coffee, and still nose up. So then after just holding the disc out in front of me, which you would think would be something you would do right in the beginning, I know. What can I say? I catch on late. Before I was pouring the coffee like this, I'm pouring the coffee, but my wrist was rotated up towards the sky. You see how it's pointed towards the sky. Now I've watched countless videos on YouTube where they tell you the backhand is like you're slapping someone in the face with the backhand to the face. So I started putting my wrist more vertical like this, and just seeing that from my wrist pointing to the sky, the disc is pointing nose up, the rotating like this, still keeping my wrist really loose. That's getting the nose flat. Now again, I am no disc golf coach. I've only been playing 7-8 months now, so I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm not one to teach. All I'm doing is passing down things that seem to be working for me. So I'm gonna throw a couple shots out into this field, really focusing on backhanding someone to the face, keeping my wrist vertical and not pointing my wrist up to the sky. I'm still pouring the cup of coffee, but I'm more so focusing on keeping my wrist a little bit more rotated down the fairway instead of up into the sky. Clash Disc Wild Honey for the first one, my bomber disc. Check out the review I did for it. Look at that, nose down, turning. And look at that, that was just nice, smooth, and controlled. Like, I'm not throwing very hard. I'm not doing a super fast run up. I'm actually working on slowing down my run up after watching a David Perry throw. I just love how compact and smooth his form is. He does a smooth, slow walk up. So I've been working on that, and I mean, that was a bomb. I might even measure that out. I'll do one more with the grace, a nice smooth walk up to it, really focusing on keeping my hand vertical and slapping someone in the face to keep that nose down. I mean, I give that some height, and that's crushed. That one just needed a bit of height, but the nose was down, the nose was down. This last throw is just for me. I'm gonna do a faster approach and see if the disc goes any further. This is more just a test for personal use. That's gonna go a long ways, but that's only because I gave it the height to do so. That's down there. I think I'm gonna measure those out on U-Disc. Definitely check out the Clash Disc Wild Honey as a bomber disc. That just went 454 feet. I'll put that in meters for my Aussie friends. Just to be clear, this is somewhat of a bowl. It's kind of downhill from every angle, regardless of which way you approach it. So it is a bit of a downhill shot, and I do have a bit of a tailwind here today. I just wanna be completely transparent. But 454 feet for the Wild Honey, and that was the one I did the slow approach on. And then the Photon that I threw with a faster run up went 453 feet, and they were literally, I don't know, 20 meters apart from each other, 20 yards apart from each other, but the Photon was a foot shorter, surprisingly. So I think I'm just gonna stick with that slow, smooth David Perry / Drew Gibson slow approach, but just that compact boom explosiveness at the end, because it seems to work just fine as long as I'm hitting my lines. And then yeah, really focusing on keeping my hand flat and vertical, like I'm slapping someone in the back of the face, and not letting my wrist point up towards the sky. You can pour the coffee all you want to, but if your wrist is rotated back, pointed towards the sky, you're gonna throw nose up every single time. At least that's what is happening to me. And ever since I made this fix yesterday, I haven't thrown a shot nose up since. So, I mean, obviously I'll keep you updated. If it stops working, I'll make another video, but this seems to work every single time for me. All right, y'all, that is gonna wrap up the video. Once again, I wanna point out that I am not a disc golf instructor or coach. Don't go looking at me to try to fix your form or anything like that. I just like to pass down tips that seem to be working for me. But if you go out to the field and this ends up helping you out and you like the video, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up. If you want to see more, make sure you smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future content, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.